dun dun! Welcome to Plant Adventures, my fun and new series where I can do anything I want plant related. Let me know, what did you guys think about episode 1? I had so much fun doing the $25 challenge, 3 states in 1 week. Now following up after that, I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to rescue a plant from the clearance section. So that is what today's episode is going to be all about. I started at 2 garden centers in Las Vegas and I was hoping to do 2 more, but I ran out of time. So the first place that I went to in Las Vegas, I've never filmed that garden center on my channel before, but all of the plants were healthy and there was no clearance or marked down plants. So I was really bummed out. I don't have any makeup on, but I just got my eyebrows threaded. I have like maybe 45 minutes before I need to go home and get ready for my afternoon. I don't know, my mom's surprising me, but I've never been to this particular garden center before. I'm gonna go ahead and find the clearance section and see what they have. And I hope this inspires you to check out your garden center's clearance section because you never know what you're gonna find. And this is where I'm at. Just a quick little point of view. Let's go find it. Alright, so here is the inside section. This is the first time I'm ever in this location looking at their plant selection, but it's like, not really, it's like on sale, but I'm looking for the rescues. Let's see. So I think I'm gonna leave this location because this is the first garden center I've ever been to that they don't have a clearance section. So let's go ahead, jump back into the car and head to another near garden center and check out their clearance. But it was worth a try. Second location I went to, which I filmed with my grandma and Ebby, they had a bunch of cactus and succulents and like 2 or 3 houseplants marked down, but I was still really like not happy because the 2 or 3 houseplants that they did have marked down for half off were still expensive, and I could get the plant for cheaper and in a better condition here in California. So I was really bummed out. Here we are in the reduced 50 off section of all of the rescues. Gonna try to find something here. How much this is going for? $12.49 for this calathea. Here's the condition of that. Wow. But this is very expensive because you can get this plant for like $10 in a really good condition. $10 on sale. Let me see what this looks like. It's not that bad. I mean, there's a little drama happening over here, but I ran out of time because I had to go to work, and every day I kept looking at my schedule. Can I go to my local garden center? And I ended up back in Los Angeles. Fast forward 1 week later, I went to Julie's local garden center in Los Angeles, about 9 miles from me. So then I was like, okay, this is perfect. I think we're gonna have luck here. And I've never been to that location before. We went in and there's a bunch of plants. Let me just say that these plants that I got for today's episode were not marked down and they weren't in the clearance section. There was a bunch of them and they looked really, really sad. They should have been marked down, but I don't know what happened to them or why they were not marked down, but they're probably dead by now. Here with Julie, and we are in Los Angeles. And I did start the episode in Las Vegas and I was only able to go to 2 of my local nurseries clearance section, but I thought it'd be fun to wrap up the second part of the video, bring you guys to Los Angeles, and we're gonna go ahead and check out her clearance section at her local garden center and see if they have anything cool that maybe we can rescue. Alright guys, so here is Julie's garden center's clearance section. I'm looking more for houseplants to rescue versus annuals, so, and not so much succulents because I have so many, but I think these are all priced for $1. What do you think, Julie?
Price wise it's 1 and 3, but if this isn't what you're looking for, then I would go inside and check inside.
Yeah, let's go ahead check out the inside.
What's this one?
But these?
Oh, it's another annual.
Yeah, we're not looking for annuals. Okay, so here we are in another rescue section. Let's see if there's anything that I can rescue. $18.49. What's happening with this? Look at this. Yikes. This is not good. Do you see that? It's glued under there and you wonder why the plant's not doing good. Not really into bromeliad. It's $2. This just look like weeds to me. I found some potential rescues. It is not marked down, but look at this. It's just, well, struggling. So let's see what happens. I have the two best looking babies out of that whole batch, and they were regular price $13 each. And I'm just gonna say that I got them marked down for $5 each. Also, let me know in the comments below, have you ever done that before, where you seen a plant in a really sad condition where it should have been marked down and you asked and got it for a discounted price? You just never know, so ask and it doesn't hurt. I'm gonna talk about baby number one. Here is rescue number one. Now, it's kind of on the sad side. You see like a few leaves here, kind of wilted and dead. But for the most part, it is a pretty healthy looking plant. Out of all of the begonias there that were all like this was the best looking one. The rest were all wilted and it should have been marked down for $3, if that. There is a lot of potentials here. As you can see, the leaves are on that metallic shiny side to it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and prune it, give it some love. I'll definitely change the soil or let it dry out because it is nice and wet. I don't know what happened to these babies, but regular price, it was priced for $13. I think it was like the manager that Julie had asked marked it down to $6. And then when I got to the counter, the boy marked it down to $5. Yes, guys. Can you believe that? $5. It was $13 regular price. After we asked to get it discounted, it got marked down to $6. And then when I went to the counter, the boy marked it down to $5. So thank you to that nice cashier for dropping the price even lower. But do you see this guy right here, how it's wilted like this? Imagine the rest of the bunch were all like this, completely wilted. So I told the guy that I wanted to rescue it if he could give me a discounted price. So I'm gonna try to go ahead and save him. Again, I mean, it could be worse, and I did seen it all worse, but this was the best looking one. If you take a look here, you see how this is wilted? Imagine the rest of the begonias that were for sale next to this guy, they were all like this. This was the best looking one. I'll share the next begonia that I got, and then we're gonna go ahead, pull it apart and see if we can get it to the best condition, and we'll go ahead and maybe if I do have a planter that'll fit this guy, we'll go ahead and plant it up today, but if not, it'll be for an upcoming video. Here is begonia number 2. Now, same thing with this begonia. The ones that were grouped up with this particular one, they were all wilted and sad. This particular begonia was in the best condition. I can't believe that this was priced for $13 and marked down to $6 when we asked for a discount, and then that boy at the register ended up giving it to me for $5. But take a look, guys. Do you guys see that metallic sheen to it? I just can't. Like, it is absolutely stunning if you take a look at that. So here are my 2 rescues. What do you think? It could be worse. I definitely got the 2 that were like the best looking, and I can't believe I got it for $5 each. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out of this wrapper. And this particular episode was inspired from my rescue babies that I got from the trash can at a nursery in Las Vegas, and they were just in the trash. I got, I think, 4 of them out of the trash. I asked to get them for free, and they're full grown now, over like almost 2 years later. I have 2 of them in beautiful planters, and I have 1 in my greenhouse and 1 gifted to Catherine. So you just never know. I hope this inspires you to not give up on your plants if it's looking a little sad, and also to check out your local garden center's clearance section, because you can always rescue a plant and get a discounted price. And I think it's a fun project to be able to just kind of test your gardening skills if you can bring a plant back to life. And I just love projects like this. So this is a really fun plant adventure project for me, and one that we can keep track of on my channel. So here is the condition of the plant. It doesn't look that bad. So as you can see, it is heavily watered. I'm gonna look behind me in a second if there's a planter that I can go ahead and plant it up, but not bad, guys, for a nice rescue. Here's the second one here. Go ahead and check out the seam here, clean off any dead babies. All right, so let's go ahead and take this guy off here. And what else? Here's a sad looking one right here, so let's go ahead and prune this. And this guy is looking a little sad with its torn leaf here, but I'll go ahead and take him off. So just took it off because it's torn. Anybody else? This one looks a little sad here, so let's go ahead and prune this guy off. Anybody else? This guy, I don't know what happened to him, so I'll take this one off here as well. Here. And I think I'll do this last guy right here. So he's a little damaged right here. Yeah, he's getting a little sad looking, so I'll go ahead and prune him off. And that is going to be it for this guy here. So this is another one I just took off. And anybody else needs pruning? This one is still alright. This one has a little tear on it, but I'm just gonna leave it. So this is the top point of view, not that bad. Go ahead and see if I have a planter where I can plant these two up today. And we'll go ahead and put them in. Alright, so I found two planters. These are just planters that I had sitting on my potting bench. And at one point they had plants and now they don't have any. These I got from Daiso Japan for I think $1.50 each. I can't wait to go back there during the springtime and see what kind of new planters they have for the upcoming season. And I'm gonna go ahead, getting bitten by mosquitoes. Alright, let's see if I can plant these up right here without a potting tray. I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze the planter here. Now here is the situation of what's going on in the planter, and I'm gonna take some of this off. As you can see here, it's definitely wet, but I'm gonna take a bunch of it off. Just gonna do it right here instead of getting my potting tray. Alright, so now that I have this here and I've took off a lot of this soil here, and I don't mind reusing soil from the plant that I purchased if it came from like a garden center or a nursery where I feel is reputable and I'm not buying crappy plants. But say for instance guys, like the farmer's market or flea market, at one point Catherine and I were getting plants at, like we got in plants that were like in actual dirt, like dirt. And also when you buy plants from the farmer's market or flea market, you have to be careful because a lot of the times they don't tell you it's not rooted, and that has happened to Catherine and I. So in that case, if I'm getting a plant in dirt, no, I will not reuse that. It'll go straight in the dumpster. And I always buy new soil. I go through bags and bags of soil, whether it's cactus or houseplant soil. I go through a lot. It's a judgment call when I take a look at the plant and the soil it came with. Am I going to reuse it? Reusing the soil from my plant that I purchased is kind of on a case-to-case basis. I have to see if it looks really bad. Of course not, I'm not going to use it. Like dirt, definitely dumping that. But if the soil looks pretty good, I'll reuse it, and I never have problems with my plants. You guys see my plant tours, you guys see my pot of fame, all of my plants do good. Here's the planter, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of see if it looks okay. I think that looks good, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of soil in here. Jewelyn's not wearing her apron today, and I'll probably regret it after this video. Alright, so here it is. What do you guys think? I think it looks pretty good. I can't wait to send pictures of this to Julie because she was with me when I got this, and I can't believe I got it for such a deal. I mean, What a deal. So, by the way, this is the first time I'm ever repotting a plant like this, but the lighting in my patio right now is super dark, so it's not good to film right now because it's almost 4 o'clock and the sun is going down. So that is why I'm not having a whole planting setup. It's just easier to do it this way, and I want them in a nice planter. Okay, this is going to be it for this one. I will wipe up the planter after this. My planter was definitely wet from the rain, but take a look at this, guys. What do you think? I love it. We'll give it a wipe down after I do plant number 2. I think that's perfect. Again, if I feel like it doesn't look happy in this planter, I can switch it out to a terracotta. Alright. Let's go ahead and loosen up the root system. Get rid of this wet soil. Jewelyn's making a mess. I should have worn my apron. But I have my big jacket on. Okay, so here's all the roots. Look at this. I think it's gonna look perfect in here. Go ahead and put some dry soil on the bottom. I'll definitely have to do a begonia collection. And here we go. Very cute. We'll backfill. Okay. Alright, so this is going to be it for now. There's new dry soil in here. I'm going to go ahead and wipe up the planters and then we'll go ahead and wrap up. Alright guys, that is going to wrap up my little challenge here for Plant Adventures, rescuing a plant baby from the clearance section. I would love for you guys to join me on this challenge, and if you can get it for under $10, I think that would be the goal. I definitely didn't want to spend $13 in Las Vegas on a rescue because I knew I could get them nice and healthy and brand new here for under that price. So I challenge you guys to go to your local garden center and check out their clearance section. If you can find one for under $10, I'd love for you guys to share that photo with me, and I'll go ahead and share it on the next plant adventure. And for those of you guys who did join the $25 challenge, it was very fun to see your pictures. I'll go ahead and insert a few here. That is going to wrap up today's episode. I'll definitely keep you guys posted on these rescues. I'm a little scared to see what's going to happen to them in the future, if they're going to wilt on me like the rest of their siblings that were up for sale. I may also change these out to a terracotta planter because they're breathable. Even with the drainage hole, I'm kind of a little bit stressed out on these begonias. Begonias are very finicky. So my begonia collections are also in breathable terracottas and they're doing good. But here is a final look of them. That's gonna wrap up the video. Please send me pictures. Join the challenge, rescuing a plant baby from the clearance section. Try to keep it under $10. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. And I'll see you guys on the next one. You can find more on my blog at ilovejewelyn.blogspot.com. Until next time, aloha from Santa Monica. Bye.